It's been a while since I posted a video. We moved a couple of months ago to get out of the busy city and into the country. It's been a busy year, and after years of building out my smart home, I had to let it all go, and now I'm actually really excited to start fresh. I've learned a lot over the years, and this time I really want to do it right and really think through my decisions to make the right choices for me and my family. Many of my previous smart home accessories I brought with me, but many I left behind, such as my Lutron Caseta switches and my Hue hub and bulbs. I have made some smart home additions so far, like adding an Ecobee thermostat and some Philips Hue bulbs with the new Hue Pro bridge. I've also added an Ultraloc U-Bolt NFC smart lock with home key support. I've used a lot of smart home locks in the past, and this is the only one approved by my family. It's the same one I had at my old house, but this time it's even better because it includes the NFC technology and works with Apple Home. I forgot just how much I appreciated smart switches. We have 2 floors now, but a lot of light switches. Having to walk through each room and physically turn off the lights each night is a real inconvenience. I miss the day of just quickly setting a good night scene and turning off all my lights with a single command or a push of a button. Of course, there's other advantages to smart switches, like setting lighting scenes for different times of the day, and the energy savings by automatically turning lights off can add up too. When it comes to smart lighting, I'm not messing around. Though I've tried many switches in the past, I'm sticking to the best of the best, and that is Lutron Caseta. This is not an ad or a sponsored video. These are really just the best switches that money can buy. They're in fact probably the most reliable smart home device out there. They work every single time. They offer switches and dimmers, and with the new Claro and Diva designs, they look just like standard paddle switches, and they even offer a variety of colors to match the aesthetic of your home. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but it's gonna be well worth it. Here I've got a starter kit which comes with the bridge, a Diva dimmer switch, and a Pico remote. I've also got various switches and dimmers here and Pico remotes, some in white and some in black. I previously only used white in the past, so I'm excited to try out a new color, which should really match some of the black accents in this new home. I've also got some Lutron wall plates. These are screwless wall plates, and they really help to elevate the design of your home. I've tried cheaper alternatives and they never look as nice, and they certainly don't fit as nicely either, so these are the only ones that I can recommend. I've also ordered some Lutron Auroras. They are physical dimmers that control Philips Hue lights. They're an absolute must when using Hue lights, especially if they're attached to a switch, and I'll talk more about that later. This isn't gonna replace all of my switches. That's something that I'm gonna do over time, but it will cover a significant portion of my main floor. So a good place to start is the starter kit, which includes the bridge. There's a variety of starter kit options that you can choose from, but this is a great way to get started since you can usually save a little bit of money compared to buying all of these parts individually. I know that many people don't like adding extra hubs and bridges, and I get that, but this is what gives Caseta its reliability that everybody loves. Lutron uses their proprietary ClearConnect RF technology to communicate with their devices. The range is 60 feet, which is good for most homes when placed in a central location, and this can be extended even further up to 120 feet with a repeater. One bridge also supports up to 75 devices, more than enough for a typical home. The bridge includes an Ethernet cable to connect directly to your Wi-Fi, and the setup is done in the Lutron Caseta app. Start by adding a new home and confirming that you're setting up a new Caseta system. Confirm that the hub is connected to your router and start discovering. There's a setup code printed on the bottom of your hub that you need to enter, and then you're set up and ready to add your first Caseta devices. Refer to the instructions for installation, as wiring may vary. Always turn the power off, and I recommend using a voltage tester just to be sure. These are fairly inexpensive and totally worth it. I can say that from experience. I'll include an Amazon link to this one, but they're widely available at your local hardware store. Installation is fairly straightforward, but if you're uncomfortable at all doing wiring, then it's recommended to just hire an electrician to do the work for you. It's basically a matter of attaching the load, ground, and travel wires together. Installation is slightly different depending on if you're installing a dimmer or if it's a 3-way switch. The Diva switches don't require a neutral wire, but the Claro does, so be sure to check your home's wiring first. The neutral wires are the grouping of white wires that come from the wall. All homes built after 1973 in the US or 1980 in Canada are required to have neutral wires. So based on the age of your home, you'll want to check this before making any purchases. Pico remotes can be installed anywhere because they're not wired. They include a battery that lasts up to 10 years. I've had Pico remotes over 6 years and never had to replace a battery. For a 3-way switch, simply cap the wires and install the remote using the optional wall bracket that's sold separately. Once installed, it looks and behaves just like a regular light switch. Pico remotes come in either the new paddle design or the original design with up and down arrows. The paddle design keeps the look of traditional switches and matches the Diva and Claro. It pairing with the Diva dimmer, then turning it on, turns the lights on to the previous brightness level, as there's no dimmer on the Pico remote. That's why some people may prefer the older style, since it does include dimming. The middle favorite button is also a nice feature. You can have these anywhere you wish you had a light switch, or even on a table or a desk. There's also an optional pedestal stand that you can purchase for added convenience. My daughter's using a Pico remote beside her bed to make controlling her lights even easier. I had quite a few switches to install, so this definitely took some time, but overall it went well, and I think it's totally worth it. These turned out amazing, and those screwless wall plates add a subtle touch that really takes the aesthetic to the next level. I was also really happy with these black switches and wall plates. The extra customization and attention to detail adds a nice touch without standing out too much or looking out of place. Adding these in the Lutron app is quick and easy. The app will guide you through a few quick steps where it will discover your new switches and allow you to select a room. Once added to the Lutron app, then you'll be able to see these lights in the Home app, so you can include them in your favorite Apple Home scenes and automations. Now, I'm using Apple Home, but these work in Google and Alexa as well. The older style Lutron Caseta switches are great too, and these are mostly what I had installed in my previous home. I had some extra Caseta switches laying around that I was able to install here and there to get my home lighting a step closer to being fully smart. The only drawback I find with the older switches is that because they don't look like traditional switches, they can sometimes be confusing for guests, though I find it's a pretty easy thing to get used to. I tend to stick with smart switches over smart bulbs. Despite a little bit more work to get the switches installed, they're often more cost effective since you can use one switch to control a variety of different lights. They're easier to control and they're really just more reliable. There are times though where smart bulbs make sense. If you want to be able to adjust the color or lighting temperature, then definitely a smart bulb is the way to go. There's a few different reasons why I like Philips Hue. Most importantly though is their reliability. If Lutron Caseta is number 1, then Philips Hue is probably number 2. I chose Philips Hue in a few places where I want to be able to adjust the light temperature, such as my kitchen island pendant lighting, the wall sconces in my great room, and my front entry. So these aren't RGB, I don't really need that in these areas, but they are white ambiance, which means that I can actually adjust the white temperature and have some nice bright daylight during the day and then some warmer, softer light in the evening. The problem with smart bulbs that you may have experienced is if they're turned off, they don't work. We've been programmed our entire lives to control lights with a switch. So this is where smart bulbs can really be a problem. Even just in the couple months since I've moved here, my smart bulbs have only worked about 50% of the time because the switches are just constantly off. There is a fix for that, and that is the Lutron Aurora. This is another reason why I like Philips Hue, because I can pair it with the Lutron Aurora and have that physical control. So the Aurora is a device, it's a rotary dimmer with an on and off toggle, and you can install this over top of your existing light switch. It locks the light into the on position, so it's always going to be powered on and it'll work in your smart home. But then additionally, you've got that physical control. There's a couple versions of this. There's a toggle switch and a decor switch. And even though I'm using decor switches, they were all sold out. So I had to go with the toggle version. Not a big deal. They cost about $1.50 for a toggle switch at Home Depot. So I picked up a few of those. The problem though, I wasn't really thinking, and this. I did find an adapter, I'm just waiting for them to come in. Once I get that in, I'll show it to you and I'll put a link in the description. Hopefully it does what it's supposed to do, and it's just going to fill that gap between the toggle switch and the decor switch, so it looks a little bit better. With the decor switch, you actually tie the wires together so it's locked in the on position, and then you just mount an Aurora over top. With the toggle switch version, it actually clamps to the existing light switch and it keeps it in the on position. My switch plate inserts have arrived. This is from a company called Kyle Switch Plates. I'll put a link in the description. They look good, they feel strong, they actually seem like they're metal. So this is what they look like. Comes with a couple of screws. Let's try this out. I hope it works. The Lutron Aurora is set up in the Hue app, not the Lutron app as you may expect. It's as simple as adding a device, looking for Works with Hue, then selecting the Lutron Aurora. It will quickly discover your device, and then you can pair it with any of your Hue lights. Now that this is set up, when I press the button, it's going to turn on to a light temperature based on the time of day. That's the time-based lighting. If I press it again, the light will just turn off. But if I press it, and then I press it again, and then again, and then again, it'll cycle through the different light temperatures. And then I can just press and hold it to turn off. I can also press it, and then I could dial this switch, which will either brighten it or dim it. So just like a regular dimmer, but with extra controls, and nobody is gonna be able to turn that switch off. I've got 2 more, let's go. You can control your Caseta lights from the Lutron app, as well as from your favorite smart home ecosystem, but physical control is nice as well. The Diva and Claro feel familiar and satisfying to use. With the Diva, you also get other useful functionality, such as double tapping for max brightness. The Lutron app allows you to create lighting scenes and schedules, and there's even a smart away feature that allows you to turn selected lights on and off when you're away to make it look like you're home. Lutron also sells an outdoor Caseta smart plug. I've tried many outdoor smart plugs in the past, and this is by far the heaviest and well-built one that I've used. In my last home, I used this to power some outdoor holiday lights, but now I want to use it for these lights along my deck. It's IP66 rated to protect against dust, dirt, and severe rainfall. Since it pairs with the Caseta hub, you get the same reliability as with Lutron's dimmers and switches, and as a bonus, you can even pair it with a Pico remote. With most of my home now set up with Lutron Caseta, I can easily create scenes where I can say goodnight to my HomePod or my iPhone to turn out all my lights before bed, or say I'm leaving before I head out the door, or automatically activate my evening scene at sunset, which turns off my overhead lighting and turns on some task and ambient lighting for the perfect light level for relaxing in the evening. If we go into the Lutron app, there's even more we can do, including one of my favorite features. Let's start by turning off the LED indicator light. This small light can be helpful to find your lights in a dark room, though in a bedroom where I like it to be as dark as possible, it's nice to be able to turn this off. My favorite feature is one that was added just a couple of years ago, and that's the auto off timer. This allows you to turn your switches off after a set duration of time. I like to use mine in my bathroom where people often enter and they turn the lights on, but they forget to turn them off at the end. And in particular, this works great with bathroom exhaust fans. I've got this Claro switch set up with my bathroom exhaust fan, and I have it set to turn off after 45 minutes. This allows 15 minutes or so to have a shower, and then still another 30 minutes to vent out any excess moisture from the air. This means I don't have a damp room, but I'm also not wasting excess energy either. There are other reasons why you might want to use your exhaust fan, but maybe you don't want it on for 45 minutes. I've got a flick to button here, and I'm using this to turn the fan on, and then it turns it off after 15 minutes. For this, I'm using a Siri shortcut. If you want a simple and easy way to automatically turn your lights on when you enter a room, then you can use a Lutron Caseta motion sensor. I had a few of these in my last home, and I brought one of these to my new home to use in my laundry room, mud room, and it works great. This pairs with the Lutron Caseta app, but it's not HomeKit compatible, so it's not going to be for everybody. You can control other HomeKit lights or accessories. This only works with Lutron Caseta. But if you're using this just with Caseta lights, then it works perfectly. Motion sensors can be finicky, really finicky, and they don't often work the way they're supposed to. I've pretty much given up using motion sensors. But for an area like this where I want automatic lights and I'm only using a Caseta switch, this works perfectly. Look, it's annoying when smart home products don't work, and in my new home, I'm done with those no response errors. My recommendation is take your time. You don't have to do it all at once, and invest in quality smart home products that you know are going to work. No smart home company is more dependable than Lutron Caseta and Philips Hue for those areas where you want color or the ability to adjust the light temperature. Pair it with a Lutron Aurora, and you're gonna be good to go. That's it for this week. I hope you found all this information helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.